Sounds good. Get my secondary screen up, and we shall get looking at trading cards. Alright. Get on there. Perfect. Can't really see it myself, but it doesn't really matter too much. Alrighty. For people in the future, this is the Memphis XLR8, and we are looking at custom cards tonight. You know, I'm gonna put it in a sort of situation, not a situation. I'm gonna put it in a format where even if you didn't catch the stream, you can understand what goes on. Turn on the music just a smidge less. That's better. I'd say that's better. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Let's look at some cards here. So what we're going to look at... I got a list. We'll see if we stick to the list too much. Just kind of keep it loosey. Loosey-goosey. Okay, so Yugioh. Custom. I'm going to start with digital bugs. Because I kind of like digital bugs. So let's see here. Go to images. See what we got here. Alright, there's something. Alright, what's your... Ooh, I like the art on this one. Digital Bug Leucothode. Alright. Rank 1 is already interesting. Alright, light, rank 1, 1400 attack, 1000 defense. You can exceed this card using an insect exceeds. You control 1500 more defense as material. Alright. Why would I do this? You detach material for this card. Normal summon an insect from your hand is an additional normal summon. Change the battle position of a special summon monster on the field. Once returned, if an insect is sent from your hand or field to the grave, take a quick play spell from the deck, set it or attach it as material. I mean, it's a bit of a... It's interesting. I mean, I guess essentially you can put this on top of any digital bug. Gives you another normal summon, gives you a web solder. It's okay. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's something. It's not the greatest. I mean, I like the artwork more than anything else. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot in case I use this for the thumbnail later. I gotta move my thing here. There we go. Let me put my little doohickey here over here. That's better. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to hold on to this. Okay, what else we got? Let's see. There's good old register. Here's a link monster. What is your name? Digital Bug Mantivirus. Okay, light link of 2. Alright. Decent enough arrows. And I'm going to have to zoom in to see what this card does. Like the art. Doesn't look like a digital bug, but what does it do? 2 light insect. Okay, insect exceeds. This card points. It cannot be targeted or destroyed by opponent's cards or effects. See, once return quick effect, target light monster opponent and a monster your opponent controls. Change their battle position. Okay. Okay, so it gives you protection and it switches your modes. You do want your modes changed, that's for sure. Now, thing is, well, I suppose if you have Web Solder and Registrator, it's not impossible to get this thing out and, you know, have a monster to change modes. It's a bit much. I would have preferred this if this was a Link 1 or something. Let's see, what else does it do? This card's in the grave. Target 2 face-up Digibug monsters you control. Summon this card from the grave. If you do, change their battle positions. Alright, so this is basically... I mean, you just want this guy in the graveyard. You just want this guy in the grave. If he's in the graveyard, it's good. If he's not in the graveyard, he's bad. That's how that goes. I'll stick that back up there. Okay. What else we got here? This guy. Okay, that's something else entirely. Okay, that's another link monster. Digital Bug Hacker Catchier. Alright, another link 2. Like a little boy here riding on a bug. Alright, same summoning condition. Once returned, summon a... Oh, you can special summon a light insect from the deck. Okay. That's pretty good. I mean, just, you know, use your 2 monsters, make this summon another Digibug from the deck. I mean, still need another Digibug that can summon from the hand, but that's already not bad. So what else do you do? If a spell trap is activated while this card points to an insect exceed monster, pay 1,000. The activated effect becomes attach 2 cards, 1 each from hand and field, to an exceeds monster on the field that exceeds materials. Okay. So, basically, if you have this on the field, then it points to an Exceed monster. Your opponent plays any spell trap. You change that effect to you, the owner of this card, attach 2 materials to your Exceed monster. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. The thing is, I would have preferred it if it just straight up negated, but it is an interesting concept, just like, you know, attaching more materials to the Digibug. Granted, they don't get their effects. That's the thing. If they got their effects, that would be good. But it don't. So, what else is... Exceed materials attached from an insect exceeds. You can summon this card from the graveyard. Okay, this has bad arrows for a graveyard summon effect. Because it literally wouldn't point to anything. So, interesting concept, but the arrows are wrong. Like, if this had the arrows of the last guy, it would be better. But it don't. But I like the idea, if anything else. Alright, how many more Digibug? There are not many custom Digibug cards, surprisingly. You'd think there'd be more. Alright, Multiplication Bug. What does this card do? Continuous spell. Up to twice per turn, Digital Bug Exceed monsters do not need to detach materials to activate their effects, or to summon themselves with their own effects. I mean, basically, this is like, you know, given your Scorp... What's his name again? You basically can go into Rhinoceros really easy, or Sciradiator doesn't have to detach materials to use its effect. That's pretty good right there, but what else does this do? Once per turn, detach material from a Digital Bug monster, add a Digital Bug monster, or a Bug Speller Trap from deck to hand, except for Multiplication Bug. Then you can attach level 3 insect monster from hand to Exceed material. Okay. So basically, this is a card that lets you make your big Exceeds bigger. It also lets you use Sciradiator, which is basically Digital Bug's boss monster, able to negate stuff more easily. And plus, it lets you just, you know, search more. I mean, if you have your Exceeds already on the board, it lets you search more. It lets you add Registrator, which is good. So it's not like perfect, but it's certainly better than what Digital Bugs have. So if this was real, I'd play it. I'd play it quite a lot. All right, is there anything else? I think that's it. I don't think there's a lot of Digital Bug custom cards. The archetype is very small indeed. Alright. Let's see. What else do we have on the list? Let's look at some Monarchs. Let's look at some good old Monarch cards. Why not? It's gotta be some good custom Monarch cards, right? Okay, yeah, that's a few. Let's take a look. Alright. We've got this mother. Hirohito, the Supreme Emperor of the Monarchs. Put the music down just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is this is like a level 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, level 12 Dark Fiend monster. Cannot be special summoned. Requires 3 tributes with 2000 attack and 1000 defense to normal summon. That's very restrictive. You need 3 of the big old monarchs, so this effect better be worth it. This card's normal summon can't be negated. When normal summoned, other cards effect can't be... Okay, good. Can't negate it. That's good. Once per turn during either player's turn, declare a monster card type. Fusion Sync... Okay, extra deck card. Rest this turn, either player can special summons of the declared type. Okay. It's not a quick effect, but it's something. It just locks your opponent out of summoning specific things. So that's okay. Also negate the effects of all monsters of that type while they're on the field. Okay. So it's a trick to get out, but it just completely annihilates extra deck things. This card sent to the grave. Both players must banish all cards from their extra deck face down. Oh wait, hold on. This card's sent to the... Okay, that last effect's a little bit too much. If it's just straight up sent to the graveyard, then nuke both extra deck. That's a bit much, because granted, turboing this thing out would be ridiculous, but I'm sure it's possible. So, I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool idea of just, you know, messing with extra deck, but leave it to Dogmatica, I think. Alright, who else do we got here? Rifate, the legendary. Oh, this guy looks cool. What's your level? You're a level 8. Level 8 Dark Fiend. Okay, you're a tribute fodder for Hirohito. What do? You can only control one of these dudes. If you have no monsters, you can special summon this from the hand. When he is summoned, you can set a Monarch spell trap directly from the deck. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, just if you have no monster special, summon it. It's additional tribute fodder for any Monarch. Lets you get your Monarch spell traps. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, there's no once per turn on the searching though. I would add a once per turn on that part. But it's fine if you can summon more than one at a time, or rather, if you know if this guy got negated. I like that. Great tune. Gotta look at the Toon version of a Monarch. The artwork looks great. Right off the bat, the art looks great. This looks like what a Toon Erebus would look like. Okay, tributing a Toon monster, 2500 attack or more to control Toon. Okay. This card's tribute summon. Send 2 Toon spell traps with different names from hand and or deck to the grave. Shuffle card, opponent's hand, graveyard, or so. Okay, so it's basically literally a Toon Erebus. I don't think Toons really like their stuff. I mean, other than Bookmark, but you'd rather play Bookmark. So it's kind of hard to say what you would be sending for this. I mean, yeah, Bookmark, and that's about it. Toons don't have a lot of room for ditching their spell traps. They kind of need those. Let's see. Once returned during a quick effect, this card's in the grave. You can discard a Toon spell trap, then target a Toon in the grave, add it to your hand. Alright. And then the usual, if you have Toon World, opponent doesn't have Toons. Okay, that's cool. I like it. That's actually pretty cool. What else we got? I'm gonna have to back out of this page. Look at this thing. Judgmental Monarchs. Judgment of the Monarchs. Continuous spell card. I swear I've seen that artwork before. Actually, I'm not sure whether I've seen that artwork before, but it looks familiar regardless. What do you do? If you do not control a face-up tribute summon monster with 2500 more attack, 1000 defense, destroy this card. Once per turn, either player's turn. Opponent activates a... Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. Opponent activates a spell trap or effect monster's effect. Send the top card of your deck to the grave to negate the activation of that card. So basically it's giving Monarchs a once per turn Omni negation. That's a bit strong. It's a little strong. I mean, it's a little strong giving them a straight Omni negation on top of the negation and such Monarchs already can do. So, it looks cool. I don't know about the effect. It's alright. I'm a little too judgmental, ironically enough. Alright, what else we got? Monarch's Front. When this card is activated, you can draw a card for every face-up tribute summon monster you control. You only use this effect once per turn. Okay. Continuous spell that gives you draw as long as you have Monarchs that are tribute summoned. That's not bad at all. All Monarchs gain 1000 attack during your battle phase only. Okay, just more battle. While you control a Monarch monster, opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase. I like it. It's just straight up, you know, making it so Monarchs get a little bit more draw and it gives them a little bit of protection in the battle phase. Which is where Monarchs, you know, Monarchs are straight for battle and stuff, so I like it. I'd play this card. I would play that one. What else? Do we have anything else? I think... Oh, yeah, there's a guy. Zunal the Gold... Was this an Exceed? Very interesting. You don't see Exceeds for Monarchs too much. What is your reason for existence, my friend? 2 level 6s, detach material, activate one of these effects. Destroy up to 2 face-up cards, return up to 2 set cards to the hand, and when this card is destroyed, target level 6 Monarch in the grave, summon that target. I certainly like the idea. Is this guy firing corn? Like, seriously, look at his ammo. Looks like corn. I think it looks like corn. Oh yeah, this guy's shooting corn at people. The thing is, Monarchs have never been about an extra deck. That's kind of not their thing, so... I don't know about that one. Looks cool, though. What else do we have? There's like a bunch of different monsters and stuff. 2 dudes with the... Oh, this is Zunal the Megamon. We gotta look at this guy. Gotta look at Zunal the Megamon. He looks very different from his original form. Let's see. 2 or more max 3, level 3... 2 or more max of 3 level 8 Mega Monarch monsters. Specifically Mega Monarchs, so that's a bit much. You can exceed summon this card using Zunal. Okay, you can just straight up use Zunal. Good. Good. You can detach materials, add one of these effects. Negate the effects of all monsters on the field or in the hand except for Monarchs until the end phase. Straight up, what did you go? It's VFD. It's True King Calamitous, more or less, negating all the monster effects for a whole turn. I mean, it's not a quick effect, so that's something, but still a lot. What else do? You can banish 2 cards from your grave, normal summon 2 times during this turn. When this card's destroyed, target a level 8 Mega Monarch in the grave, summon that target. Okay. It's certainly interesting. He's got big old thighs. Oh, no, just the fact that he reminds me of True King Calamities kind of puts me off a little bit. I remember the days of that guy. Let's see. Anubis, the Underworld Monarch, being straight up Anubis. When this card's tribute summon, discard a random card in your opponent's hand if it was a monster like that. That's literally Thestalos. It's just Thestalos. Okay, I mean, good effort, but you could have tried a bit more on that effect, my dude. Also, the defense is like 1750. That's some weird numbers here. Let's see. Let's look at this guy. He seems to be like a support card for Monarchs. If you control a face-up monster, 2400, 2800 attack, 1000 defense, summon this card from the hand or the grave. This card cannot be tributed except for a tribute of a tribute summon for a Monarch, more or less. Cannot be used as synchro material. This card is sent from field to the grave. Send an advisor of Monarchs from deck to the grave. Interesting. And what is this advisor of the Monarchs? It's not here. It ain't here. How am I supposed to compare this? Like, how useful this is? So basically, you have a Monarch, you can special summon this dude. If you tribute this guy, then you get this other dude, who I presume gives you more tributes. That's my guess, but I have no idea. How about this guy? This guy looks cool. Atlantis, the Ocean Monarch. This card's tribute summoned. Flip all face-down monsters face up with activate flip effects. Okay. It's just straight up. It's just straight up. Just straight up negate the flips. What do you call them? Shaddolls. Watch out. Let's move on to the. I don't think the Monarchs are going to be giving us as much as I was hoping they would. Yeah, I think Monarchs would be giving us a little bit more. What's next on my list of stuff? Let's look at the Genex cards. Let's look at the Genex card. Let's see. Cards. Okay, that messed. Let me back up a little bit 1 second. Okay, that's better. Let's look at some Genex cards as I reattach my secondary lens. There we go. Genex Synchron, a tuner. I don't know, is he as good as Recycled, though? Level 3, Dark Machine, 1300. Okay, he's not a machine dupe target, so immediately that is great. But what does he do? This card's normal or special summon. You can summon a Genex from the deck. He straight up summons Recycled. That's pretty good. You can banish this dude from the grave, add a Dark Machine from the deck to the hand. If you add a Genex, you can summon it, and if you do, destroy a monster your opponent controls. Dang. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So basically what this... Yeah, you summon this dude, you summon another Genex, you go for a Synchro summon, then this dude is going to add your Genex Recycled to your hand, summon that Genex Recycled, and then pop an opponent's monster. That's pretty good for just like a generic Genex. Just helps set up the board, man. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Let's see. How about a Synchro? This guy looks cool. Genex Bomba. What are you level? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, level 9. But are you as good as Trishula is in Genex? Let's find out. Genex Tuner. A non-tuner Synchro. It's a lot of restriction there. What do you do? Quick effect. Target another monster on the field. Destroy it. If you do inflict damage, your opponent equals half its original attack. Okay, interruption is good. A little bit of burn is good. But what does it do to justify the summoning requirement? You can banish a Genex from the graveyard. Okay, at the end of the next turn, all dark machines gain attack equal to the banished monster's attack. You can only use each of these effects once per turn. I think ease up the restriction a little bit on this effect, and that's actually not that bad. I mean, for level... Well, maybe reduce this to like a 7. Maybe reduce this to like a level 7, and then ease up on the restriction a little bit, and it'd be fine. It would be fine. You know, it wouldn't be too broken. I mean, yeah, it lets you interrupt your opponent, but it's not that bad. And plus, it just makes your monsters gain a little bit of attack points. Genex aren't really a big attack numbers except for the synchros. So, oh yeah, and I guess we'd have to cut the attack a little bit if we reduce the level. But other than that, I like that card. I like him. How about this guy? Genex Cruel Blade. There's the Cruel Blade right there. He's disrespected everybody. Okay, level 6 Dark Machine. Kind of looks like an ally of Justice. In fact, I think Core Destroyer is right there. Genex Tuner and a non-tuner. Okay, good summoning requirement there. Let's see. Once per turn, you can summon a Genex from the hand. Cool. Opponent cannot target other monsters for attacks or with card effects. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, give your little monsters a bit of protection. Give them protection from imperms and the like. When your opponent activates a card or effect while you control Genex controller, quickie effect, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay. So it's got an Omni negation on it, but it requires Genex controller, which is, that goes with the original idea of the Genex was, revolving around controller. So, interesting. Certainly interesting. What else we got? We got 2 different versions of the same dude. One's a synchro, one is not. Let's look at the not a synchro. What is your name? R-Genex Antimatter. That's a pretty cool name. What do? You can summon this guy from the hand by banishing a Genex from your field or grave. Okay, what's your level there, my dude? 8. It's a bit high. I mean, it's a little high for some of the Genex plays, but what do you do? When this guy's normal special summon, you can add a Genex, except for itself, from the deck to the hand. If it was a dark monster, you can target a card in your opponent's graveyard, banish that target. Alright, again, searching more Genex, that's good. This card sent to the graveyard, target Genex except for itself in the grave, or that is banished, summon that target, it's attacked against. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. The level's a bit much. But, you can summon this dude, get it in the graveyard, but whatever means, get more. When it's summoned, you add a Genex. And then, if it's a dark monster, you can banish stuff. If this guy leaves the field, you get back a Genex. It's pretty simple. I think Genex Synchron definitely the best of the bunch. He's definitely a very good boy. I think he is my favorite Genex of this this custom bunch of cards. I'm gonna take a quick snap. I'll take a quick snap of that guy. My camera will stop getting in the way. There we go. Okay. What else we got here? Let's look at some spells. Because Genex don't have any spell traps, so I'm interested to see what people came up with. What do we got? Genex Connection. Discard a card to target a Genex on your side of the field. Summon up to 2 level 4 lower Genex monsters with different attributes from the deck in defense mode. With the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for machine types. That's very restrictive. That's very restrictive. I mean, granted, it lets you summon 2 Genex, but they have different attributes. Yeah, there's Genex with different attributes, but, like, Dark is the best attribute with them with, like... I can't remember all the Genex monsters, but I remember that they're dark. They like to have the dark monsters, and plus, yeah, they're trying to say summon Locomotion, but it's a bit restrictive. What else do you do? If the monster targeted by this card was Genex Controller, you could draw 1 card. Whoop-de-doo. Just one little draw. You banish this card from the grave to normal summon a Genex with an additional to your normal summon. Okay, so this is, I mean... The first effect's kind of garbo. I would honestly say this is more of a Foolish Burial Goods target. It's more of a Foolish Burial Goods thing. Ooh, this looks cool. Our Genex Ally Factory. That sounds like a cool field spell. What do you do? If you special summon a Genex effect monster, you can declare an attribute. Summon a Genex token with that attribute. This is a level 2 token, okay, but destroy it during the end phase. Alright, so if you special summon a Genex, you get a free token that you can use for synchros. Okay, that's... I can see some use to that. You just go for synchro plays, I mean, that's what it is. During the standby phase, if you have Genex controller or a Genex synchro monster, you can target an effect monster on the field, send it to the grave, then if there are no cards in your hand, draw 1 card. Interesting. I mean, it's just giving you a bit of a removal, I suppose, if your opponent has a board. I would prefer... the first effect's generally bad. I love the art, but the second effect, kind of meh. Kind of meh. What else do we have here? A Link monster? Rubicon Argent. Ooh, this guy looks cool. He's got like he's got a fighter plane for legs. He's got like a laser sword. That's pretty good. Okay, you got Link 4 with some very interesting arrows, has to be said. Those are some very odd arrows. What do you do? A light machine Link. 2 or more monsters, including a light monster and a Gen... I would have preferred if he just had 2 monsters, including a light Genex monster. But what am I to say? What do you do? When this guy's Link summoned, you can summon 2 Dark Tuners from hand or deck to the field, 1 on each side. If you do, this card gains attack equal to half of those summoned monsters' combined attack. It's not original attack. Why you'd give your opponent a free tuner, I'm not sure, but that's what this guy's creator wanted. But so far, it's just straight up big numbers. What else do you do? During the main phase, you can quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, apply this effect depending on whose turn it is. Interesting. Your turn. Destroy cards on the field up to the number of monsters this card points to. Opponent's turn. Synchro a synchro monster using monsters this card points to. So does this let me use my opponent's monsters as synchro material? That would justify giving my opponent a free tuner. But it would require my opponent to, like, not notice the arrow. If this had, like, another arrow pointing up, I would understand that effect. But that seems just a little wonky. Just a little bit wonky. Okay, but regardless, it looks cool, but I don't know about the effect. Alright, there's another spell card. What does this one do? Genex Renaissance. What do you do? Continuous spell. This card's activated. You control no other spell traps. You can summon a normal machine from the hand or the grave god. Why couldn't it have been from the deck? Okay, but it's fine. You mean it's straight up summon Genex controller. Cool. During the main phase, when a Genex tuner is summoned, you can add a Genex ally and or Genex from the deck to the hand with a different attribute from that monster. Again, what? I get bringing in the Genexes with the different attributes, but I don't know about that. I mean, granted, it's during the main phase when the Genex tuner is summoned, so it's not bad. It's just not like it doesn't sound that great to me. Not that great. Okay, only uses effect monster turn. When you synchro a Genex synchro monster, you can also use Genex monsters in your hands. Okay, that last effect sounds a lot better. Using the monsters in your hand as materials. That sounds good right there. Because then you can just straight up normal summon Genex controller or use the things in your hand to make whatever you need to make. That last effect alone is alright, man. That I like. Okay. I think that... Is that it? There's gotta be more Genex custom stuff, right? Okay, here's a dude. He's a very shiny dude. We'll go for this guy and then move to the next archetype. Alright, Genex ally Elemental Pegasus. Light machine, 1500 attack and defense. Very, very shiny. Let's see, once per turn, declare an attribute. 1 second. There we go. Okay, once per turn, declare an attribute. This card becomes that attribute. You can banish a Genex monster from the deck, pay life points equal to that monster's level times 150. I think he meant to write 100. This card becomes that level until the end. Okay, so it has level modulation and attribute manipulation, so basically helps support any of the Genex synchros, more or less. This card cannot be used to sync or exceed material unless for the summon of a Genex monster. Understandable. You can summon a Genex ally element Pegasus only once per turn. When this card would be sent from field to the grave, banish it instead. I mean, it's just straight up a decent card for synchros. So, I have nothing else to say about it. That's not bad at all. Alright. Let's look at one more. Let's look at one more sync. Oh, wait, no, that's way too small. Dang it, they wrote too many effects on the card. I was gonna look at one more synchro, but that's too tiny. Alright. That's fine. What else did I have on my little list here? Let's look at some Iron Chain. There's gotta be at least one custom Iron Chain cards, right? Alright. We don't need to put in cards. Okay, so what do we have? Alright, we got like 3 Iron Chain Warden. I gotta look at this one. Good old arms. Oh wait, no. Not high enough for resolution. Such sadness. How about you? Nope. Iron Chain Hellhound? Nope. Come on, guys. Give me some decent... Okay, there's something. There's at least something we can look at. Iron Chain Lion. He looks pretty cool. He's got, like, guns on his shoulders. He's a lion, level 4 Earth warrior. Not a machine, a warrior. He's got 2,000 attack, 1,300 defense. Okay, if you control Iron Chain, you can summon this guy from the hand. If you do, send the top 3 cards from your opponent's deck to the grave. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle or influx damage to your opponent, add an Iron Chain monster from deck to hand. I mean, it's a level 4 2,000 beat stick with no restrictions. You have to give the guy credit. That's not bad. I mean, you can summon it, your opponent loses cards, and then if it does damage, you get more monsters, including another copy of itself. Plus, it has no... Okay, to be fair, this card would need a lot more restrictions, but I like just the idea of giving the Iron Chain some swarming. That alone will work for me. Alright, what else do we have? Iron Chain Lizard. Alright. Level 2. Machine Tuner. Okay. With this card's normal summon, you can summon Iron Chain from the hand. Alright, makes the synchros easier, so good. When this card is special summoned, add an Iron Chain monster from grave to the hand. And once per turn, you can make an Iron Chain monster Monsieur's level 4. Then send the top 3 cards from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. I mean, they're trying to fit in that mill thing that Iron Chains do. So I can appreciate that. You know, you summon this dude, summon an Iron Chain, make it level 4. Mill 3 cards, you make your Iron Chain Dragon. Go from there. I can respect that. What else do we have? Now this guy. This guy is on point. I like this guy. Iron Chain Gablin. Level 4 Earth Beast. He looks like a pimp. He's probably a pimp. When this card's normal summon, you can add a Chain spell trap from your deck to hand. Alright, so Poison Chain, Paralyzing Chain, and whatever custom cards are available. Once per turn, you discard a card from your hand to summon an Iron Chain monster from the deck or your hand. Okay. Swarming is good. When this card is destroyed by battle, your opponent sends the top 4 cards from their deck to the grave. I like it. I like it quite a bit. That is a very nice one. I like the Iron Chain Goblin. I am not gonna lie. This is a goblin I can appreciate. I appreciate you, Mr. Goblin. So much so I'm gonna take a quick snap. Take a quick snapshot of you. There we go. And we'll move on from there. There's gotta be... Okay, let's look at what some of them spells. Here's a spell. Immobile... Not getting good shots. Let's see. Iron Chain Scrapyard. Okay, that's a new field spell. I always figured Iron Chain should have a field spell. That'll work. What do you do? Alright, when this card's activated, summon an Iron Chain from the deck. Just straight up give yourself a summon. Cool. Opponent's monster's effects in the grave cannot be... Okay, that's good right there. Because that justifies all the milling. The thing about Iron Chains is they mill a lot, and the thing is, nowadays, a lot of monsters have effects in the grave. So, like, you know, this stops that, and that's just one whole more reason that the milling will work, is that yet have the ability to shut out their effects in the grave. And it's not just the things that get milled, it's just everything. So that effect I like. On once per turn, you these typos. You contribute an iron chain you control to send cards from the top of your opponent's deck to the grave equal to that monster's level. Alright, so basically do all your battle phase, tribute a monster, and then mill more cards. I have nothing else to say. It's pretty good. I like that. I like that quite a bit. I like that quite a bit. What else do we have? Is this an Iron Chain card? We'll never know. Come on, give me... Okay, I think I can at least make this one. Venomous Chain. All Iron Chain monsters you control gain 100 attack. Once per turn, your opponent sends cards equal to the number of face-up Iron Chain monsters you control from the top of their deck to the grave. That's literally Poison Chain. That's literally the effect of Poison Chain, except for the attack boost. Okay, well, that one's not very original. What else? I'm not going to read Hanging Chain for various reasons. Let's see. Burning Iron Chain. So the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck to the grave. Then summon an Iron Chain monster from the grave. Okay. I can respect that. Just bring it back. I mean, none of these Iron Chains have effects with their special summon except for the lizard dude. But other than that, I like it. I would really like to look at some of these synchros, but none of the scans are very good. None of them scans is very good. Alright, do we have anything else? Okay, I can at least read this one. Iron Chain, Chaos Giant. He looks nothing like an Iron Chain, but what does he do? A tuner and one or more non-tuner Iron Chain monsters. This card synchro summon, send cards top of your opponent's deck to the grave. Equal to the number of, or the amount of Iron Chain monsters in the grave. Alright, so this is more of a late game dude. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, send 5 cards from the top of your opponent's deck to the grave. When this card sent to the grave, summon an Iron Chain Dragon from the extra deck. Okay. Not bad. What is your level? 8? I can respect that, dude. Sounds good. Alright, so the Iron Chains are a little subpar. Kind of expected as much, but I wanted to take a look at them regardless. I wanted to just take a look at the Iron Chains, you know? Whether they were good or bad. But now we see that they are pretty bad. But it's okay. So what else do we have? Let's see. Let's look at some slime cards. Let's look at some... Oh, wait, 1 second. Okay, that's just junk call. What have we got here? Looking for some slime cards. Ooh, this guy's spooky looking. Poison slime. Level 3 Dark Aqua Monster. Let's see. If this card is placed on the field, you can equip this card to any non-machine or non-zombie your opponent's side of the field. Equip monster's attack and defense increased by this card's attack and defense. Alright, so it's a monster that equips to the opponent and then weakens it. Interesting. Ooh, that guy looks cool. Super Regenerator Slime. Level 4 water, what do you do? Once per turn, you can summon a level 4 or lower slime monster from your deck except for itself. If a face-up slime monster you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, including this guy, you can pay 1,000 life points to summon that monster. If you do, it gains 1,000 attack for as many times it was special summoned by this effect. You can only use each effect once per turn. Okay. So, if I'm reading how this guy is intending this to work is, like, if you summon this dude and another slime, and that other slime gets destroyed, it comes back, gains 1,000. If he dies again, that same monster gets destroyed again, and comes back again, it gains 2,000 attack points. So, basically, your opponent... let's see, including this guy. So that does imply that, like, once per turn this guy... Basically, you have to kill this guy twice in the same turn, otherwise he just keeps coming back. Alright. It's not great by any means, but it's interesting. It's a slime card. What do you expect? What else do we have? This is a Death Slime. Looks pretty cool, pretty trippy. When this card in the field's name... Okay. While face up on the field, this card's name is Revival Jam. Okay, interesting. When this card is destroyed by an opponent's card by battle or card effect, you pay 1,000 Summon it during the next standby phase. When this card is destroyed by battle, you can add a slime or jam card from deck to hand. I mean, it's just straight up giving you more slimes. Ooh. Now there's some artwork. King Revival Jam. Level 5 boy. What do you do? If this card is in your hand to the grave, quick effect, pay 500 life points to summon this card defense mode. I'm not seeing I'm a quick look, I'm not seeing a summoning restriction, so that's a bit much, but pay 500, summon this guy. Okay, what else? Let's see. This card is special summoned by its own effect. It cannot change battle position. Once returned to this card's normal special summon, you can add a jam, spell trap, or Slifer the Sky Dragon from deck. Okay, where did Slifer come from? Slifer just came in out of nowhere. I mean, the fact is, this is a level 5 that can just straight up special summon multiple copies of itself. So, it is what it is. It's okay. Alright, there's gotta be a... Come on, guy. Come on, custom card guys. Give me something cool here. The Genex gave us the coolest stuff. I don't know if... I thought slimes would be a bit more... I thought slimes would be a bit more... what did I just do? I think I clicked the wrong... I clicked the buy button. I'm not buying these cards. Alright. Let's see here. What's next on our list? Let's look at some spider card. There's gotta be a good custom spider monster. Come on. Ooh. Okay, I can just barely read these effects. This is like... Okay, here we go. Okay, so Mother Spider, let's see. This is a level 5 dark insect. 1000 attack, 2300 defense. And its effect is if you control no monsters, you can summon this card from your hand. You attribute this card to summon up to 3 baby spiders, which is this thing here, from your hand or deck, but while they're face up, can't be attributed for a tribute summon except an insect, and it can't be used as link material. Okay, so basically the idea of this dude is you summon... Oh, I'm sorry. This lady is that you special summon her, tribute her, summon the 3 baby spiders, tribute them for Big Bug. I guess like Earthbound Immortal Uru or something. And this guy, the baby spider in general, it says, this card is special summoned. You can make this card's level 5. Okay, they can be used as exceeds material. Okay, so you can make a straight up rank 5 off of these things. Cool. You can only use the effects once per turn. You tribute this card, target an insect you control. Level of all insects you control become equal to the combined levels of this card on the field and that target. Let's see. So what? Make everybody level... So what? If you summon all 3 baby spiders, make them all level 5. So then you tribute 1 baby spider and make the other 2 level 10? Okay. Combined level of this card on the field and that target. Yeah. So make everybody level 10. Okay. Oh, so making like number 35. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, and also you can banish this card from the grave to summon a mother spider from the JY. Okay. So just basically just giving you more and more spiders. Alright, I can live with that. That's pretty cool. What is this, let me zoom in on this dude. What does this last dude do? Rainbow Spider. Alright, 1700 attack, 1200 defense. If you control an insect, you can summon this card from the hand. Cool. You only summon this card once per turn this way, and an exceed monster using this card as an exceed material. Gain life points equal to its rank times 4. Okay. I mean, it's nice that he can special summon himself, but the rest of the effect kind of meh. But the fact that it is a level 4 insect that can straight up special summon itself, pretty cool. That is pretty cool. The spider look cool. Yes, they do. They are nice designs right there. Alright. There's gotta be some more spiders. Okay, there's just straight up big old spider. Let's see, what is this straight up? It's just straight up a big spider. What is your name? Mutated spider grown to the size of a house and web and hard as diamond. Huh. That's a spooky spider. I don't like him. He's spooky. He's a spooky one. What else we got? Let's see. That guy looks... Let's look at that spell. I'm curious as to what the spell would do. Spider web. Select a card in your opponent's grave that was sent there the previous turn. Add it to your hand. Jeez, straight up steal your opponent's stuff. That's brutal. That is brutal. Granted, it has a restriction on it, but it doesn't have a once per turn or anything, so it's kind of brutal. What else do we have? A rank up spell for spiders? Rank up spider web. Let's see. Detach and exceeds material from an exceed you control. Summon from the extra deck. Exceed that is one rank higher than that monster using as exceeds material. Then gets all those materials. At the end of your turn, if you do not activate this card's effect, destroy this card. So it's a continuous rank up spell. Okay. Alright, it's interesting, if anything else. It's not really spidery too much. It's not very spidery. Let's look at another spider. That doesn't look like a spider. Looks like some sort of bone vampire. It's a bone vampire, what it is. Level 5, dark, zombie. 20... Okay, this thing is barely a spider. What do you do that makes you a spider? You normal summon a zombie... Okay, this isn't a spider. Hold on one second. I gotta find something that's a spider. That's a spider. Let's see. Whenever this card... Okay, this is Spider Queen. Let's see. Level 5, dark, insect. Whenever this card destroys a monster as a result of battle, place a spider token to an open monster card zone on your field. So it just straight up summons tokens. The spiders are not giving as much as... Come on, folk. Where are the... I mean, these right here. Oh, these are like from the manga, but regardless, these are pretty good. Where's the other stuff? What is... Let's see. Okay, that looks cool. What do you do? Chaos 37, Fierce Silk Dragon Spider Shark. That sounds pretty cool. What do you do? Let's see. You can also exceed summon this card using number 37. Yep, as material. The usual sort of effect. Once per turn, quick effect. Detach exceeds from this card. Target a monster on the field. Reduce attack to 0. Negates effects till the end of the turn. Alright, interruption's always good. Once per turn, during the end phase, when this card is destroyed... your opponent's card effect and sent to the grave. Summon as many monsters from the grave as possible that were destroyed during his turn, except for this guy. So if he dies as a group, he's good. If he dies alone, he's bad. I like the artwork, though. He looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Alright, what's next on our list of archetypes to look at? Let's see here. Let's see. I looked at Digibug, looked at Monarch, looked at Genex. Let's look at Jurrac. Just out of curiosity. There's got to be something good for Jurracs. Come on. It's got to be. Like this thing. Jurrac MAGMASAURUS. Look at this guy. He looks pretty cool. What does he do? A fire tuner, 2 or more non-tuner dinosaurs. Alright. Must be synchro summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card is synchro summoned, destroy all other cards on the field. Alright, field nuke. Fits with Jurracs. This card's unaffected by opponent's trap and monster card. Okay, susceptible to spells and nothing else. So, it has a chink in the armor, but it's pretty good there. 200 attack for every dinosaur in the grave. Pretty good. Negate the effects of an opponent's monster. Destroy a battle with this card, including in the grave. Very good. This card attacks. Opponent can activate any spell traps at the damage step. Nice. Card destroys a monster by battle sent to the grave. Inflict damage equal to the attack of that monster in the grave. Alright, that's a pretty beefy dude. It's a pretty beefy dude indeed. Jurrac MAGMASAURUS. I like him. This guy is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Can I get a good shot of this guy? I gotta make a thumbnail for later. There we go. Okay, so we got that guy. What else do we have? Jurrac. Juraven. Juraven. I don't know how you pronounce that name, but that is what he is called. Juraven. Alright, it's level 3 fire dinosaur tuner monster. If you control a Jurrac with 1700 attack or less, summon this guy from the hand. Okay. It's always nice when the tuner special summons itself. You only summon Jurrac Juravan once this way, once per turn. You just say once per turn. But yeah. During either player's turn, you discard this card. Target Jurrac, you control 700 less attack. Gain 700 attack to the end of the turn. Cannot attack directly. See, it's kind of a waste of an effect. I mean, why would you discard this if you're just gonna use this for tuner? Just use it as a tuner. Use your tuner. Like this guy. Jurrac Sarkos. He blue. He is a blue boy. What do you do? This card's normal summon. Summon a level 4 lower Jurrac from the hand, deck, or grave with its effects negated. You cannot exceed summon using this card as a material. Okay. Well, you can't make Evilzors, but you can make a lot of other things. You just can't exceed summon using this dude. So, I understand, but it does straight up summon any Jurrac from the hand, the deck, or the grave, as long as it's level 4 or lower, which most of the good Jurracs are. So, not bad. Not bad. The Jurracs are giving us some stuff. Oh, that was the Exceed version of the guy we just saw. Okay, let's look at this guy. Okay, we don't get to look at this guy, but this guy looks cool. Archeo, but not a good scan. That's the problem. Some of these cards have not great scan. What is this guy? Jurassic Slash. What does this card do? Counter Trap card. Traded as Jurrac card. When an opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your Jurrac card or effect, ditch a dino from the hand or field to the grave, negate, place it on the bottom of the deck. You can activate this card from the hand, but you can't special summon for the rest of the duel except for okay, so basically put it in a pure dinosaur deck, I suppose. Looks cool. Don't know about how applicable. I mean, basically, your opponent has to negate a Jurrac effect, which looking at the custom cards, you can see some you'd want to negate, but not so much the old ones. Jurrac Vulcasaurus. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Level 10 Fireboy. What does he do? Must be special summoned from the hand or grave, banishing 3 fire monsters from field or grave. Okay, works for any fire monsters. You discard this card, summon up to 3 Jurrac monsters from the deck, whose levels exactly equal 10, ignoring their conditions. Alright, I don't know how well that works. Not so much. When this card's summoned, destroy all cards on the field except for Jurrac cards. Cannot special summon, except for fire or dinosaur monsters during the turn you activate any of these cards' effects. Jurrac monsters in your possession cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And you can only use each of these effects once per turn. Oh, I just realized this guy has 200 defense. So you can literally use Rekindling on this thing. You can use Rekindling on a 3400 beat stick. That's funny. Alright. That's interesting enough. Let's see. How are we on time here? Let's look at a few more cards. Just a couple more should be good. Alright, what do we have left? Let's look at some, one thing I really wanted to look at. Chemicritter. Is there any custom Chemicritter cards? No. No. There's no love for Chemicritters, apparently. No love for Chemicritter. Understandable Chemicritter. Oh, wait, no. There is one. There is one. I didn't think there would be one, but there is one, in fact. A Chemicritter NITRO NEWT. Which looks pretty... I mean, it's just the one photon dude recolored, but I like it. I like the fact that it exists. I can appreciate. If you control the monsters, you can special summon this card from the hand. They're trying to fix the Geminis. It'll never happen, but I like the effort. This card is treated as a normal monster face on the field in the grave. This card is normal summon on the field. While this card is a normal monster, you can normal summon it to have an effect, become an effect mod. Yeah, basically just... it has the general Gemini effect. You can discard one card. Add a Gemini spell trap from deck to the hand. You only use this effect of Chemicritter not your new once per turn. How many Gemini spell traps are there? Not many that are Great, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm seeing I should have added frogs to the. You know what? Let's look at some. Let's look at some custom frog cards. They can. There's no way frogs can disappoint us, right? Oh yeah. Now that is a card right there. Croak the Frog Monarch. Ribbit. Alright, what are you, my dude? You only activate each of Croak the Frog Monarch effect once per turn. Okay. You attribute a tribute summoned monster you control to summon this card from the hand. Then special summon a level 6 monster from your grave that special summon monster is treated as a tribute summon. Okay, so wow. Tribute a monarch, special summon this dude by tributing that monarch, and then you get the effect of the monarch twice. That's impressive right there. Just alone. I mean, that the application of that is immense. Plus, you can just make a rank 6 exceed if you want to. What else? If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, you can summon a frog from the deck. Damn. Sent to the grave to activate. Yeah, so you could literally discard this for totally awesome and then get another frog. That's pretty damn good. I am taking a shot of that. That in of itself is pretty good. Freaking frog. Of course, of course, the custom frogs are like the best cards. Of course they are. Why would they not be? Alright, what else do we have? Then we just have straight up frog. Increase the attack of defensive Alia Chrono. Okay, that's a different archetype entirely. I'm not looking at that one. That's not a frog. That's a frog in name only. Alright, what else do we have? Let's look at this rainbow little thing. Connectoad. Let's see. Link 2. Aqua type monster. 2. If a monster is special summoned to this card's link, you can special summon a frog from the deck. Okay. Yeah, just straight up summoning more. Anything that lets you straight up summon a frog from the deck is pretty powerful. So that's just how that works. Oh, look, a slime card. A little late for that, my friend. Little late there. What else do we have? What else do we have? Haunt Frog. A fusion monster. What do you do, my spooky friend? Treeborn and a non-normal frog. Must be fusion summoned with the above materials. This card's name is treated as Death Frog. Okay. All level 5 or lower non-normal frog monsters can attack directly. Okay. Wetlands beat down Turbo. Wetlands beat down Turbo. This card gains 300 attack for each of your banished non-normal frog monsters. You could just write effect, frog effect monsters. Well, whatever. When this card is sent from the field to the grave, summon a banished frog effect monster, except for itself, face down. He's alright. He's nothing spectacular, right? He's certainly not as good as Croak the Frog Monarch. That guy takes the cake. What is this? Frog-eating, snake-eating, I don't even know what to say what this thing is. I don't know what the hell this thing is, but it mesmerizes. What does it do? Fusion summon this card by sending the above monsters you control to the grave. 2 reptile or aqua monsters. Let's see. What else we got? Let's see. Fusion summon this card, sending the above monsters to the if you have less than 4,000 life points, okay? You do not use poly. Once per turn, you can send an aqua or reptile monster from your deck to the grave. Equip a face-up card on the field to this card. During the end phase, send the equipped card to the grave. If it's a monster, gain life points equal to its defense. Weird. That card is weird. Weird card. Come on. Frog? I think we started with the best frog, to be honest. How about this thing? Guard Tower of the Frog Brigade. It's just frog on a frog on a frog on a frog. Guard Tower of the Frog Brigade. A rank 3. I don't like that. You can also exceed some of this card using 3 frogs as we... Oh, okay. Understandable. Okay, so... You're also not all, you're light, not all water. That's weird. Let's see. If you do attach any number of frogs from this card gains 1,000 attack for every monster attached for this way. So you make this thing with 3 materials just to attach them to give it attack numbers. Okay, what's the alternative? Can't declare an attack. This card cannot declare an attack. Why the attack boost? That's weird. Your opponent would target another monster you control. You can change the attack. Change to attack target to this card. When this card is destroyed, summon frog from grave. The first effect completely contradicts the second. Or I guess it really doesn't. Basically, just make this thing have big numbers to sit there. That's all this card does. That is all that. Ooh, what are you? Jaloux frog. That looks cool. What do you do? Let's see. All face-up frog monsters you control, except for this guy and Frog the Jam. Original attack becomes 2,000. That makes Wetlands Beatdown even better. But their effects are negated. Don't care. During the standby phase, detach a material from this card. When this card has no materials, destroy it. Okay, so basically, make this in Wetlands Beatdown and beat down harder. That I like. See, there's some decent frog cards in here. Not a lot, but there's some. What is this? Frog Resurrect. This is just the artwork of that ghost guy. That's just ghost guy. Discard a water monster. Target a water monster in the grave. Summon that target. Not enough restrictions. Not enough restrictions on it. Alright. Let's see here. Let's look at a couple more. What is this? Glutton Frog. Which is straight up eating somebody, I would like to point out. It's a rather large frog. You only use each of these effects once per turn. If you control a frog, except for Frog the Jam, summon this guy, summon this banished card. Okay. So this has to be banished. Interesting. If this card is summoned, destroy a monster you control. If this card is banished from the grave, it was sent there this turn. You can add level 5 water monster. I'm trying to think exactly how this would work. Oh, so I guess if you banish this for, like, Ronin Totem, and then you could just straight up special summon this back. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, granted, you have to put this in the graveyard, but other than that, it's an interesting version of a frog. You know, it's basically just making Ronin Totem more broken than it already is. So, it's different. It's different. Alright, that's the bell. Alright, folks, so I'm going to go ahead and end today's stream. It's, you know, a bit of a slow night, and understandable, because I did say I would stream yesterday, but I didn't. But I still wanted to stream regardless, so thanks to everybody in the future who might watch this stream. You know, I hope you enjoy. I hope you like some of these cards. I know it wasn't... Some of the decks, I was expecting much more stuff from. I really was. But with these custom cards, it's a bit of a crapshoot sometimes. But there was some interesting stuff. The frogs definitely delivered for the most part. You know, good old... Where did my boy go? Where did he go? Where did my king of frogs go? There he go. Good old Croak the Monarch. This guy is cool. This guy I like a lot. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Your boy Memphis is signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with some more, you know,